In this problem, basically, we need to calculate a jumping number which is either equal to or which is either equal to x or it is smaller than x. So we can read the problem statement here. It says that given is a positive number x and we need to calculate the largest jumping number which is smaller than or equal to x. Okay, so what is the definition of jumping numbers? Jumping numbers are those numbers in which all the adjacent digits are uh, basically differ by 1. Okay, for example, if I consider a number to be 1, 2, 3, 4, so its digits are 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 as adjacent of 1 and which has a gap of 2, 1. Okay, let's take this example 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can see that all of the adjacent numbers are only having a difference of 1. Okay, uh, or for example this we can see that 9796, it does not have a difference of 1 for all digits. For example, in 7 and 9 there is a difference of 2 and in 6 and 9 there is a difference of 3, so it's not a jumping number. So we are clear with the definition of a jumping number. Now, for example, if we are given that x is 10, what can be the possible jumping number? So we can see that if we can check whether 10 is itself a jumping number or not. So we can figure it out that 10 is a jumping number because the difference between 1 and 0 is 1 only. Uh, but if x is 50, so we will check that if 50 is a jumping number or not. So we can see that it is not a jumping number. Okay, because the digits of 50 have a difference of 5 and not of 1. So now we will have to use some algorithm and then we will get that 45 is the largest number which is smallest than x and which is a jumping number. Okay, so how to deal with this? Basically, first of all, this is the base case. If number is less than 0, then obviously it cannot be a jumping number, so we will simply return minus 1. Now, we will maintain this number, it will be our answer. Okay, so long largest jumping number, we will initialize it from minus 1 or you can take minus infinity as well, because we will compare it with each value and then in that way we can get the maximum value of our answer and then we can return it. Okay, so we will be using BFS here in this question. We will create a queue here. Okay, and then we will place all the numbers from 1 to 9 in this queue. Okay, why are we doing this? You will get the logic in a few minutes. Okay, then just like we do in the BFS traversal, we will run a while loop here. We will poll the first value. Okay, and then we will check if this number is greater than the actual number or not. For example, right now this is minus 1, so we will what will we enqueue from the queue? We will get 1 at the first time, and if we compare minus 1 and 1, so obviously we will get 1 as the larger number, so this largest jumping number will get updated because of this math.max function. Okay, now we are trying to calculate the last digit. Why are we doing this? Because we want to check the other values that can be the possible answer. Now, if append the digits last digit minus 1 if it is valid. Okay, now we are checking the other cases. For example, the last digit was 1, right? 1 modulo 10 is also 1. So now we will try to calculate the next number. So 1 into 10 is 10 plus last digit was 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So it will remain 1, and if it is less than or equal to x, then we will insert it into the number, into our queue. Similarly, we will do this again, but this time we will not use last digit minus 1. Instead, we will use last digit plus 1. And we will again check the same thing. If next number is less than x or less than or equal to x, then we will enqueue that number. And at the end, we will simply return our largest jumping value. We can have a dry run for this code. For example, if the input is x is equals to 23, okay, so initially the largest jumping number will be set as -1, and we will run a for loop to basically fill the queue with elements from 1 to n. Now we will start the BFS execution. So currently we basically polled the number, and right now the number is 1. Now we will check if 1 is less than 23. Yes, it is. So the largest number is updated as 1. Now last digit, we calculate the last digit, which is 1, and we calculate the next number 1. Next number can be 1 into 10 plus last digit minus 1, which is 10. Or there's another case that it can be 1 into 10 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. So this will be 12. Now both of these 10 and 12, both of these numbers are less than 23, so we will append them into the queue. Okay. Now what is the first element in the queue? Now it is 2. So we will work on 2. We will check if 2 is less than 23, and then we will update our largest jumping number, and we will calculate the next number 1, next number 2, and we will simply add them again into the queue because they are less than 23. Then we will keep iterating the same thing, and after some time we will reach this point where we will be working on number 23. Okay, so we dequeued it, and we basically got the number as 23. Then we checked if 23 is less than or equal to 23. Yes, it is. So we updated the largest number to be 23. Now the last digit is what? Last digit from this 23 number is 3, and its next digit 1, next number 1 will be 23 into 10 plus last digit minus 1, that is 3 minus 1, and the number we get is 232. Similarly, we calculate the next number 2, and which will be 234. And we can see that we cannot queue them again, we cannot put them again into the queue because 232 is greater than 23, and we were allowed to put only those elements in the queue which were less than or equal to 23. Okay. So at this point we have an empty queue, and the largest number last updated was 23, hence we return our answer as 23.